Most business owners are using AI completely the wrong way, and I'm going to show you how you can go about adjusting this and changing and obviously improving the overall business. So let's jump straight on into it. The wrong way is pretty much what majority of us have done at some stage in our, I suppose, business journey, but it's the ability to kind of change this method and change this approach is going to make a big difference to how you use AI on a daily basis. You more than likely you tend to jump into AI, like here what mistake number one is you open AI chat, you ask it for a simple thing, and it gives you a very generic answer here. So again, here's a prime example. So I want to create a social media post. Again, it has no context, it has no understanding of what I'm wanting to do. Obviously, for me in this instance, because everything is built up, it will have a bit of context on myself. So what I'll do here is just to quickly see, does it do this? Now, I'm just going to pretty much say to ignore everything about Wayne, create a social post for a gym. So here's your post. You see it more than likely every single way you go at. It's the same structure, same style, everything, nothing really changes. Even the post here has the context in terms of what your gym is about, what starting date, time, all that. Again, it has no information. What ends up happening here is you might use this once or twice. You probably end up seeing over on the left hand side, all your chats have been built out one after another, and nothing has really feels right. After a while, everything feels the same. You're never really using AI in the right way. Pretty much you're just using it as another tool to kind of correct your spelling. Now, again, there's nothing wrong with that, but you need to start building it out and building it out with the proper mindset of a business. Treat AI as like what someone said, a junior assistant, something like that. They can do some of the tasks for you that you don't want to spend a massive amount of time on. So, as I said, you open, you ask, you close, you walk away. Big thing then happens is because of this approach, it leads us naturally into number two mistake, which is no context, no memory. And if you're not familiar what this means, context and memory, then you have a lot still to learn in the space. But to give it a brief, I suppose, overview of it, the no context approach is pretty much AI needs to understand what you're all about, what your business is about. Now, there is different things you can do to help this. Obviously, as you progress through it, you can tell AI to remember this about your business, certain things that might pop up that you might want it to remember. This will slowly start to build out your memory file, and obviously the context again, it means that when you go to create, let's say in this case again, a social media post, and you go to create that in another couple of days or next week, or it has no context of understanding what the new class is about, how many classes you actually have, anything like that. It knows nothing about your business from that point of view. And that is something we need to rectify straight away as one of the first things you're doing when you're using AI. Different tool every time is another problem that a lot of people do. You probably see it, you see it on YouTube, you see it on TikTok, you're jumping from ChatGPT to Claude. Pretty much everything is doing different things depending on what's the hot topic or what's the hot trend, I suppose, at this moment in time. I fell into that, and probably to an extent I still do it. However, what I've started to change is build the system first and then integrate the different AIs as I need. And obviously, mistake number 4 is writing only, never thinking. So we used to generate text, never work through a strategy or solve real problems. And if you watched my TikTok live yesterday, I kind of gave a clear example of this in operation of how you can actually use AI to help you fix problems and not just write content, because a lot of people still are hung up on this idea of it just writing content, and realistically it can't really write content that good anyway. So what I'm going to show you here is how we can fix some of these problems, and this is the key thing. So what we want to do is we want to fix this with no business memory, obviously trying to remove the generic and more work, not less. So what I'll show you here is quickly a prompt that will help you get past a lot of these problems very quickly. And what I'll do is I'm going to show you how this all comes together in a kind of a live flow, I suppose, or a working flow of what I do for my own business. So what I'm going to do here first is jump over to the community. Again, if you're interested in joining the community, links should be below in the descriptions. Go into templates and prompts, and down here I have an AI context prompt, and you can see it here. It is a detailed prompt. So this is going to go through, this is going to probably take you about 30 minutes to do. Now, I would advise you to do this and follow through on it. What it's going to gather is a business memory, MD, an owner profile, brand guidelines, content playbook, AI instructions, standard operating procedures. Now, some of these you might not be relevant to you, but if it's a case you're only starting off, then it's going to give AI a really deep understanding of what your business is about. And once you have these folders on your own computer somewhere, this is where the next kind of step comes in, and how you can actually start to implement this AI into your business. So I'm not going to sit through this and answer all these questions, obviously. So all you have to do is copy the prompt. So prompt should be a copy button down here, maybe. We scroll right down. So if I can get that, we copy. That should be just that prompt, hopefully connected. What you do is jump over to ChatGPT, input the prompt, and wait for that to hopefully upload. And this is a new feature I just seen on, because I don't use ChatGPT a whole lot myself. So this is what it's going to do, what it's asking you, and then we'll begin by establishing a strategic foundation of your business. It goes through them all. You pretty much have to answer these. What I would recommend is pretty much just go through them as if you're here. So where are we? Basic business information. So again, what is the name of your business? Again, read it into it, type it into it. If you have files already, you can drag these files into it. It's going to automatically help kind of answer some of the questions that you need. Goes through all the information, mission statements, what's the mission of the business, what are you trying to achieve, vision statement, core values, what are some of your core values. What's going to happen is AI is going to start to bring this information into your content, into everything you're doing. And it's no different if you're hiring someone into the business. They need to have an understanding of how the business works. You don't just let them come into the business and let them do whatever the hell they want to do. You give them instructions, you guide them on what needs to be done, the do's and don'ts, and things like that they need to understand. So once that is done, it's going to allow you to build out all these files. So obviously AI now has a massive understanding of what your business is all about. The next stage is pretty much how we reframe, obviously, with this. Now, even with these files, we don't just go along one-off prompts, like it says here, no relationship, no context. We don't do any of this anymore. Things drastically change. There's no more explaining to AI, oh, don't forget I only open 9 to 5, or don't forget I'm always closed for 2.5 hours at lunchtime. There's none of that, because all that is built into the context folders. So the big thing here is we move on to the new model. AI is a team member who needs a proper briefing. Again, this is what we've done. So this entire questionnaire has built out all that information about your business, helps you understand with briefings. The next step now in this is to try to understand how we can get AI to do some of the tasks that we don't want to do. Now, I'm going to show you an example here that I done yesterday. So these are 2 examples that I have, and this is an example I've made out for my YouTube video yesterday that I have recorded and scheduled. So this has given me the brief. It's given everything for me as part of this entire process. And even this part here has been generated with AI to help me kind of guide my videos. Also, as part of this, if we jump over here, you can see all the information here of what areas I should be trying to cover, things like that. Again, it gives me a title of the YouTube video, which again is perfect. Obviously, I have it connected to vidIQ. So again, this is all the agents starting to work together on doing its own tasks. So normally for me, I would have to try and get the title, use vidIQ, get my description, roughly draft out the idea of what I need to do for my video. All this is done automatically now based on the original information I gave it. It has its context. All I've done is said I want to create a video on how it should be used, how these 3 tools can help a business. They're the 3 tools that I actually use on a daily basis. And from that, it's able to structure a proper way, I suppose, to create the video and help guide me with it. It's also created descriptions. You can see here we have all the chapters of that video as well. So this can be just copy and pasted over. There's no manually going through it. Again, because it picks the best timestamps based on the transcript. We have tags, and probably the best one here is it generates all the thumbnails for me. So I have 4 variations of thumbnails that have been generated for me using, obviously, a connection of all these, well, Claude and Higgsfield. Again, if you don't have access to the tools, there will be manual steps that you can step in, but as I said, it can do a lot of the hard work for you. And another example is over here. So I have this for all my lead magnets. So I convert basically my YouTube videos potentially into lead magnets. So this is one I think I might have done yesterday. And if we quickly make it big, you can see here Cloud AI small business plugin setup. So that was for a live I think I done yesterday. And again, it goes through the whole lot of it. Some people prefer this kind of information like this. offers it for a free. If people are interested in it, they can easily just come along, join it, and or get the link. And once they have the link, they can use it. We also have, obviously, of course, call to actions baked into this. So again, when you click this link, it brings you to the community. So once you're into the community page, then again, if you're interested in joining, definitely join, because as I said, I'll be doing a lot of guides and stuff on this, but also I have live calls happening, which today's live call will be showing how to use Canva and Cowork. So that's showing you pretty much how the model starts working with you. It's not going to work against you. I'm not left explaining the same thing over and over and over again. Everything is a bit more automated to a certain extent. That's the key thing, because you want to still have control. If you're just automating 100% of everything you do for your business, what's going to happen is you're going to lose control of what's working and what's not, and you're pretty much just going to become burnt out anyway with it. So same tool, same setup, same workflow. Like as I mentioned there with these examples, that's all this is. It's just the same continuous workflow. And to even show you again how this can be used through different variations of tools, I have Cloud Cowork open here. And if you can see here, pretty much I started this. This was to create a carousel. The carousel again was to be created using, I think it was an SRT file or something I had again set up from some piece of content somewhere. And all I've done is told it to create the SR, create the carousel for me, again, using the Higgsfield connection, which I have to say I love. If it's the case you don't have it and you don't want to buy it or pay for the monthly membership of that, all you have to do is get this to give you the prompts, and you can go to ChatGPT if that's what you have and get it to generate the prompt or generate the images for you. It's just copy and paste. It's not in major. For me personally, this is massive because it avoids having to go into Canva and trying to manually design stuff, because I am useless at design. AI can do a better job than what I can do, and a designer can do a better job than what AI can do. Just remember that. From there, it goes through it all pretty much, and you can see here the images all been starting to generate. And I think I had one problem, which was here. I wanted to use the official potato and Higgsfield logos, so again I just had to input them into it. And if we scroll right down, you can see I added the logos here, so I had to add the file, and lo and behold, we had everything created for us: the Claude, the potato, and Higgsfield. Again, using the proper logos, which is key, because I think it just makes them stand out a little bit more than what we had the generic ones above. Also, as part of this system, it goes off and it creates captions for me. So if I scroll down, you can see here I have a captions on the right hand side. You mightn't see it all, but you can see I have a LinkedIn captions, Instagram caption, Facebook captions, TikTok captions, all ready to go for this carousel as soon as I just pretty much tell the agents to go off and schedule it. That's all I have to do with it. So overall, as I said, it is very straightforward once you pretty much get it up and running. 3-step fix, I suppose, to really round things off is give your AI proper briefing. Let AI do tasks. Don't let it do full workflow. So like for me, for that instance, I had a system set up was to generate carousels and captions. Now, I have an agent that does generates the images through Higgsfield, have another agent that comes in and writes the captions. It means if I need to make changes, I can just update individual agents one at a time if I need it. Build repeatable workflows. Do not try and build something that you might never use. So if you're a business owner, you're sitting there and you're doing something, write down everything you do from Monday to Friday. Realistically, if you run your own business, Monday to Sunday. Write down what you do regularly. See what you potentially hate doing, and see then can AI help in some way, shape or form there. If it can reduce the time spent on that by even half an hour, 3/4 of an hour, and you do it every week, you're saving time every single week, and over time it'll progress and grow and it'll compound. Like as I mentioned here, use it the same way every single time. Don't look to change everything up and all over the place. So look, that is pretty much it. Wanted to kind of showcase. I'm hoping this kind of style of videos that I create now helping guide people along the journey. If you're new, obviously, to AI and understanding of it, this is the key. It's there to help you. It's not there to take over certain of all your tasks. And for definite, if you're a business owner, or even if it's a case you're looking to help kind of progress your own career, learning about AI is going to help you massively. So if you're interested in joining, you can comment below in the hub if you want to. If not, the link should be here somewhere in the description or in the comments as well. And you're more than welcome to join. I'm trying to build a community here of business owners and people that help each other grow, but also try and condense all the information about AI and how to use it the right way. The key thing to remember is there's a reason why I have it down as marketing and AI made easy and not the other way around, is because we should still focus our business on correct marketing and bringing AI in as a support tool there, not to come in and just have AI do everything for you. So if you're struggling with marketing and you need to learn about AI or want to learn about AI, definitely the place for you. So thanks very much for watching, and I hope everyone has a great day.